A lot of these people have denied the allegations.
Former presidents and a British prince are among those named in newly unsealed court documents that give more insight into the world of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The previously sealed documents made public Wednesday are related to a lawsuit filed back in 2015 against Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell. While being mentioned in the documents is not an indication of wrongdoing, it does make many consider the relationships Epstein had with some of the world's most famous men.
The question here is, what were all of these powerful people doing in this very sordid world?
Mentioned nearly 50 times in the documents, former President Bill Clinton. In a deposition, Epstein accuser Joanna Sjoberg was asked, quote, "Did Jeffrey Epstein ever talk to you about Bill Clinton?" She replied, quote, "He said one time that Clinton likes them young," referring to girls. Former President Donald Trump is also mentioned in the documents, with Sjoberg claiming Epstein took her to Trump's casino in Atlantic City. While neither president is accused of any wrongdoing, Britain's Prince Andrew is accused of having sex with minors in the documents. One of Epstein's victims settled a lawsuit with the prince, who denies all wrongdoing, back in 2022.
Hopefully more documents will be released and we'll have better insight into what happened, who did what, and when.
Other names unsealed include Michael Jackson, David Copperfield, and attorney Alan Dershowitz, who are not accused of inappropriate behavior. Dershowitz says he wants all the documents released.
The public has the right to see everything and make their own judgment.
There are still more documents that are expected to be unsealed. In New York, Nate Foy, Fox 32 Chicago.
Now, with all the names released on the list, it doesn't mean necessarily they did anything wrong. Local legal analyst Karen Conti joined us this morning on Good Day Chicago to break down what the revelations of those names mean.
Just because people were associated with Epstein doesn't really mean they were involved in the wrongdoing. So none of the documents that have been released really go to that issue of who was the bad guy here. He went on missionary trips, he donated money to Harvard, and he was trying to get his reputation back, probably to protect himself and also perhaps to lure young women, into his midst. So he was doing all of that, and not necessarily, these people were not necessarily having sex or doing anything wrong.
The documents are only part of about 250 set to be unsealed at a later date.